imagine if I'm out here preaching, right? And a random person walk past, listens, and be like, man, they talking about some BS or whatever. Let's imagine that person goes to the block, right? He gets home, he's talking to his friend, like, yeah, the other day I was walking down the block, I seen this crazy guy talking about this crazy stuff. And then that guy who he tells comes back, talk to the guy, he repents, right? Not the guy who was here, but the guy who he went to go tell, right? So you never know who's set up to do what. Look at Saul of Tarsus, right? Saul of Tarsus was doing some terrible things, right? Imagine the disciples would have said, you know what? This is a bad dude. Let's just take him off the earth, send him back to dad, right? If that was the case, first of all, Paul was a chosen vessel, right? He was chosen to bring the Gentiles back, right? That was his mission, right? So again, you never know who's who. You never know who has what mission. You never know who is set up to do what. All we are supposed to do is to love and to do our best to love, right? Because we don't know who's who. We don't know who's destined for what, right? We just got to do our part, which is love. That's it, and it's simple. All we got to do is love. Proverbs 3:6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. So, in all your ways acknowledge him. Let's look at that word acknowledge. So acknowledge is to accept or admit the existence of or the truth of. It says recognize fact or importance or quality of, right? So it says, in all thy ways acknowledge the Lord, right? In all thy ways recognize the importance or the quality of the Lord, right? In all thy ways accept the Lord, right? So you gotta be willing to accept the Lord and acknowledge him, right? And recognize the importance and the quality of it is of the Lord, right? And how do we acknowledge the Lord? We acknowledge the Lord by walking in the spirit of love. That's how we acknowledge the Lord. That's how we trust the Lord, right? By walking in the spirit of love. That's what we got to do. And you got a car on fire? This is Psalms 46:10. It says, be still and know that I am Yahweh. I will be exalted. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. Right? So the Lord is going to be exalted among the heathen. He's going to be exalted in the earth. Right? So it says, be still. Don't worry about it. Chill out. Right? Don't be so bent. Because the Lord is going to reign. Right? The Lord is going to prevail. the Lord is going to make everything bow down to righteousness, right? It says over the heathen. What is a heathen, right? Well, there's two forms of heathen, and only one. There's two forms of heathen. One, somebody who's not in the bloodline of Israel, right? The Israelites, and somebody who doesn't believe in God. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
How you doing? I'm pretty good.
My name is Batter.
Batter?
Batter like pancakes.
Okay, batter.
Yeah.
Okay. You good yourself?
Good. So, are you recording? Okay. I didn't want to get in there. You know, that's fine.
Oh no, it's coming this way.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about the camera and stuff. What I do care about is I see a lot of you guys awakening more. So when I see you awakening, also my question after that is, what are you doing, you yourself or your group, doing to make you the king and queen in our homes? Because that's where we're having the biggest problem. And making us the king and the queens in the home, we'll begin to fix our society. More people are awakening. And are you able to see the signs? Now, I'm talking about signs. When I say signs, what's your name again? McQuarrie. Your sign that's meant for you, that it comes in multiple times as you're walking. You might be thinking about something, boom, it pops up. You might be your signs, because my signs is going to be geared towards what's going. I'll give you a whole example of what happened with me and my son last night when I'm teaching him how to be a king, and he's only 3 years old. So the signs came even while I'm dancing to make him understand, because that's how he understands, to get him to a higher level of thinking. In doing so, he got concepts that I've been telling people adults may not get. I'm not even joking.
I believe it.
I'm not even joking, because they're very intelligent creatures. We just take them like they're not. We've been told, no, they're like this, they need to develop like this. No, that's not what my Lord told me. So if I'm going off of what my Lord told me, this is a very intelligent creature. He just needs to know habits and rules and boundaries, so he can get to his most high part. I'm just saying, do you see your signs? And if you haven't seen your signs for you, and the more you see it, then it's going to be harder for you to translate more within the Bible. I'm going to give you an example, right? Listen, I've been Muslim my whole life, right? Whole life. When I was young, I had something written. I had a dream. And in that dream, I had written on my shoulders, something that no one ever can translate, because it's untranslatable. And it's one of those things that says only God knows, right? When I got older and I'm starting to come through my awakenness and learning again, not who I am religiously, who I am ethnic, and that helping to hold the culture all together. My niece had Psalms 28. Same place. See, my signs. What I'm telling you.
I was literally just reading that.
Bro, but I'm telling you about signs. I drove past you. I hit the corner, came back just to talk to you. Right?
I was just reading that.
You get me? When I'm saying, do you see your signs? Now, did it hit something in your head? Did it literally hit something in your head to make you say, whoa? That's God showing you a sign, so it awakens you up more. Now you got to be able to connect the dots more. To be like, no, he can speak to me all the time. I just have to be open for it. How am I going to be open for it? I got to be in service. I have to be his soldier. And in being his soldier, he's able to communicate to me more, and it makes every one of these guys fearful of you in a way. You can look them in the eye and they look away. You look them in the eye and you can almost capture their soul, or your gym will capture it for you. Because now you got control of all these other elements that they don't have, because they weren't put here to do that, or they haven't accepted that sign yet. Follow those signs along. So, you know what that meant? That same thing on my back was in the same spot, but I didn't dream it. My niece dreamed it this time. My niece is a stone cold Christian. Stone cold Christian, but she also knows she's from the Hebrews too. Stone cold. So you got Muslim, Christian, they're viewing the same thing from different books, but the same thing, meaning the same thing. And how I know Alif Lam Ra was what was in my back, in that middle part. How I know it's the same thing as that verse, Psalm 28:8, is because what happened with the last night. You understand? In explaining him two things, and now that's why I'm saying we have to be the kings and queens in our home. If we don't honor our women the way they need to be honored, we won't have success. And we got to look down at the rest. So again, I'm gonna give it to you like this: as a king, if you're king of royalty, not just king of your house, there's no politicians, there's no how you would say other people that has like you are the king and queen in England. It's just them and their family. There's no I was raised up a boy, my cousin was royal, no, ain't none of that bull crap. King, queen, family. That's it. The rest of everybody are servants of that. Period. So in doing so, the best king, and this is how we should have interpreted us as Hebrews, where we messed up in, because, and that's why the curse came to us, and for us to rise up out of that, we have to understand our position. I'm a king. And as a king, I understand that all the other people, regardless of what they do, I don't care if they sweep the floor, they could be king at that, perfect at that, and I should never look down on them. I shouldn't look down on the guy that goes in the sewers and get the sewers clean. Even if he brought his best to that work, and that's what I want from him, to aspire to be the best at doing it. The best is like the guy who shoots Jordan. He became a king, but he didn't know how to control the other aspects of it. You get me? He looked down on others. He didn't divvy his money out. He messed up. He didn't know how to be a true people. The one that's how they say, when you say God chose us, that is the chosen part. That's the royalty part where I'm looking and I will bend down and pick up a piece of paper no different than this person. That is their job to do. The best respected bosses is the ones that get out there and break their backs with you. That is the royalty I'm referring to. That's what, start following the signs with us. I got you. I want our people to come together just as much, but it has to start in the home. That means it has to start with you. I don't know, are you married? I'm married. Make her feel wonderful tonight. Let her know that you are her king. And she will make you a better king if she knows how to tap into you. You got it. I'll see you again.
Thanks, brother.
It's a pleasure.
What's your name?
Batter, like pancakes.
Batter.
If you see the full moon, you'll see me, because it means full moon too.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you, man.